midweek boat day to get some projects done, and once again it has snowed. We are only 2 to 3 weeks away from splashing the boat and bringing it back to Ludington for the summer, and it doesn't feel like it because everything is covered with snow and still icy and cold. But we are heading up to Sengs in Manistee. They've been great, letting us work on our boat and helping us out with learning some of the systems. So we're on our way north today and hoping for a good day of boat projects. And before we leave today, we're going to have to double check everything because this might be the last time we're actually at the boat before they put the boat in the water for the season. So we're going to make sure everything underneath the boat and everything that needs to be done to get the boat in the water is done, or we might have to make another special trip to make sure it gets done.
I think this is our third or fourth time working on these hardtop patches. We initially used marine text to fill the chips and screw holes left behind after removing our track vision dome. For some reason it just won't harden up. We can't sand it. It could be the temperature in the warehouse, which hovers just below 60 degrees, or it could be the ratios were off when we were mixing it. So we are going to gouge out all of the old marine text from round one, mix up a new batch, and try again.
Round two of trying to do the marine tech on top, we just painstakingly just scraped it out. So this seems to be a better consistency already. The last one was like silly putty that we tried to smooth out. And we're doing YouTube directions from somebody that gave us the ratio, and this time we read the directions. We'll see.
One of the things we're crossing off the list today is getting the seawater strainers cleaned out. It's good to do it once a year. It's on our annual check, so we're going to get those cleaned up today and get them shiny and ready for the season.
We wouldn't be nearly as far along with all of our boat projects and great loop prep if it wasn't for the help of the great people at the boatyard. Sengs Marina, located in Manistee, Michigan, is owned by Jacob and Brandon Seng. Incredibly, they are the third generation of Sengs to own the marina. We wanted to know more about the history of Sengs Marina, so I had the pleasure of sitting down with their father, Jeff, and I asked him, "Who are you, and how did we get here?"
Jeff Seng, I since retired from the marina business. I sold it to my sons in 2021. I purchased this from my mother in 2002 after my father passed away in 98. We started construction on it probably in 1984, and opened in 1986.
What was the property prior?
Well, it was kind of like a landfill, part of it, for the core sand and whatnot that came out of the Manistee Ironworks,
Okay.
out of their foundry. A gentleman, Ben Edel, constructed our main warehouse in 73. Him and his wife went to Hawaii, and he seen them racking boats.
Uh-huh.
So we come back, he put up the building, he bought the racks. Could not find anyone in Manistee that would allow him to pick their boat up with a forklift. Well, then Ben came down with cancer and he passed away, and my father helped the family out. We bought their excavating business, and he negotiated a contract with Andromeda for warehousing, so the widow had an income. And then once the building was paid off, he turned around and bought it from her, so she still had an income. And we moved our excavating company down here in early 90s, 92, 93.
Okay.
My father was a boat nut. He built his first one when he was like 16.
Oh, boy.
I don't know, he wanted to invest in something. And my mother told him, he said, if you want to invest in something, do it in yourself. I said, okay, so we're going to build a marina. So we did. He had 55 slips, and he rented 16 of them.
Wow.
Because he didn't like anybody else.
He only enjoyed the company of those 16 boaters.
Yep, it was like a 2-hour interview process to get a slip.
He vetted them.
Yeah, he didn't care. He put signs on the fence one day, slips for rent. They come back into work Monday morning, the signs are down. I said, what happened? What do you mean? I said, you rent all the slips? What? Oh, no, I took them down. I'm not renting them assholes. I go, but Dad, it's fine. I don't like them. I'm not doing it. Okay. My brother and I always joked it was the Bill Seng Club, because if you didn't like it, you weren't getting in. And then he passed away in 98. We split the business up, and I bought the marina for my mother, along with the excavating, and I did that up until 2008.
So from 2002 to 2008, you were running marina and your excavation company.
Correct.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, my wife did all the books, and she loved the marina. I'd go home and I'd be just bitching. She'd say, just buy it. Embrace it. It'll be fine. And I'm thinking, you know, we were building a house. I had 2 young kids. My dad wants to build a marina. So every spare moment, we're driving piling, we're welding on docks, we're doing something.
What was your wife's name?
Eva.
Eva. And I can tell a lot of the special touches around here are from Eva. Yeah.
Yeah. So in 08, she passed away. In 2011, Jacob, my son, looked at me and says, what are you doing? I go, what do you mean, what am I doing? He said, you're killing yourself. I was doing the excavating still. I was doing the marina.
And running the marina alone, no?
Yeah. I said, well, that's what we do. He said, Dad, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Pick one. Well, that was tough.
Yeah.
Because I was an excavator. I don't know, I started driving a red mix truck at 14, you know. So I was on equipment all the time, but anybody can buy a bulldozer.
Yeah.
So I had to water. So I sold the excavating off and kept going to Marina. I put in new docks. We did a lot. But, yeah. A couple of years ago, I talked to the boys about selling it because it wasn't good for business for me to still be here
Yeah.
because I was very short-tempered.
Oh, you were getting burned out.
I was getting burned out, and when I get asked, I'd snap.
You were turning into Bill.
I was. And one day they called me and said, yeah, we'll buy it. Which kind of floored me because they never really wanted anything to do with it, you know.
And Jacob's a doctor. He's got his hands full.
He does.
Yeah.
And my other son's down in Detroit, and he does entrepreneurial space for the Eastern market. So he's doing build-outs, and
Oh.
I mean, they're busy,
Yes.
you know. I said, guys, Dad, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. And from what I can see, I think they've done a pretty good job.
They have.
You know,
It's as a customer, a new customer, just in the last couple of years, it's been a real pleasure.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
I've known Jacob from before.
Mm-hmm.
John has been wonderful. I'm not sure I'd know as much about my boat now without John.
Uh-huh.
So
I guess I evolved a lot over the years,
yeah,
but so have the customers.
yeah,
So is the facility. We've changed quite a bit. We built a community within a community.
yeah. I feel that when I'm here.
You know, my dock hands, when I used to tell them, I said, you know, everybody out there with a boat is your boss. So if you make them happy, I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
I said, but if they're not, you and I are going to talk.
When I get a talking to, you'll get a talking to.
You know, so, and it went well I've had some great kids. Hell, I'm still getting invited to weddings and
I bet. Yeah.
graduation parties, all that.
Dock hands 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That says a lot about you guys here. So.
Yeah, so, but they're all good people. They're all just good people.
Yeah. We've got to do the annual service on the Windlass, which includes taking off the gypsy, cleaning underneath it, and checking all the electrical connections. So we're going to pull the gypsy off, make sure everything's clean and lubed up. We're going to pull all the wires off the connectors, make sure they're sanded down and clean, and put some dielectric grease on it. And we're going to check the fluid in the gearbox for the Windlass.